Good morning, everyone. Bringing you a little bit of happiness, coffee, and smiles. So we had a great day yesterday Zooming, and I didn't have anybody show up today, so I know that you must have some schedule conflicts. So I wanted to make sure that I did record today's lesson. It's not as interactive because I'm by myself with the cats and the dogs, but I wanted to make sure I put some information in your hands. So yesterday we started our new format, and it was a lot of fun. We played a game called Scategories. And today we were going to do a scavenger hunt in our house and in our yards that would have taken about 5 or 10 minutes. So make sure you guys get on for the next time so we can do that. Lots and lots of fun. So about 5 minutes or so we play a game or an icebreaker, and then about 15 to 20 minutes I go over the daily lesson, and then you can either get off of Zoom at that time, or you can just stay on and chit-chat, catch up, ask me questions. Yesterday we started chapter 28, all about weather and climate. Yesterday, section 1, we discussed specifically Earth's atmosphere, and we dispelled some myths, kind of brought in what we had learned from middle school, and then expanded upon that. Today we're going to be talking about just weather. As you know, I like to start out each lesson asking some questions and having some back and forth, just regular conversations with you. So this is going to be kind of weird. So as I'm asking the questions, just pause the video and kind of think in your head how you would have answered that had we been together. So the first thing I would have said is, have you ever watched a forecast? And of course you have. You've watched a forecast on TV or YouTube. And I want you to ask yourself, how accurate were they? And the answer, living in Missouri, probably not great. Have they ever just been plain wrong? And when they're not accurate, and when they're just plain wrong, like 100% wrong, how does that affect your life for the day? If you haven't gone on and checked out my lecture on Google Classroom, it's our flipped videos. That's what you used for your notes all year long. Check them out. It's under Chapter 28, Lecture Videos. It can be found in Google Classroom under Classwork Materials. There's some great videos embedded in there. For now, I want to show you this real quick clip that's not included in that video series.
In a warm front, warm air rises gently above the cold air, usually forming layered stratus-type clouds or fog. Most layered clouds produce only drizzle or steady rain. In a cold front, cold air pushes the warm air aloft in a random and chaotic fashion, forming cumulus clouds. These often produce showers and thunderstorms.
So I made a note of something that you might like, especially if you love data. If you're a math person, or even if you're not a math person, but you love to look at patterns, I think a fun activity for you to do the next week or two would be to keep a weather log. So I'm going to read my notes. I think you should keep a data table, and you could just share it with us. We can pop it up in front of our cameras during Zoom and talk about it every couple of days in class. But I would like to encourage you to incorporate sketches of different clouds that you see outside. Don't stay stuck in your house. Peek out your window. That's perfectly fine. Write down what types of precipitation did you get that day and other weather factors in your log. We're supposed to get a lot of rain in the next coming days, and it'll be very interesting. Thunderstorms, possible tornado warnings, so lots of different things. You'll want to do the following if you're going to keep a log. Record the daily temperature, air pressure, precipitation amounts, and in about a week, we're going to share observations, but something fun. Off to the side, write down whether or not the weatherman nailed it or did he fail it.
In order to get a thunderstorm, well, you need a lot of rising air. Sun heats up the air at the surface, it rises up through the atmosphere, forming that huge storm cloud, and that is one of the most powerful forces in weather. But how is that possible? How can you have air moving through other air and not mixing together? Well, it does work that way, and I'm going to prove it. We can't see the air, but we can see water, and they're both fluids. They work the same way. So what we've got here is a tub of cool water. Pretend this is our whole atmosphere, and this red, well, that's hot water. and that is going to be like air that's been heated by the sun. So we're going to put this down at the bottom of our atmosphere and check out what happens. It fairly quickly starts jumping up, and it doesn't mix, no. It's got this huge billowing cloud forming. It hits the top of the atmosphere where it can't rise anymore, and that's like our anvil spreading out the top of our thunderstorm. As long as we still have the heat and we still have the sun heating the air, we'll have that rising motion and get really dangerous thunderstorms. We'd like to see your weather experiments and answer your questions. To do that, go to weather.com/wizard and upload via Eyewitness.
Off on the horizon, they rumble. Rolling across the land, they darken the skies to then spark fire in the darkness, letting out an unmistakable roar. Thunderstorms are rain showers accompanied by lightning and thunder. While violent, these weather phenomena are common, with about 2,000 occurring at any moment worldwide. There are four major types of thunderstorms: single cell, which are small, weak, and isolated storms; multi-cell, a common type of storm that includes a cluster of thunderstorms; squall line, a collection of storms that can form a line hundreds of miles long; and supercells, the most intense kind of storm capable of producing tornadoes. All thunderstorms form when warm air in the lowest layers of the atmosphere rises. Called an updraft, this air causes water from the Earth's surface to evaporate and carries the moisture upward to form clouds. The clouds then build and grow, sometimes as tall as 10 miles high. The clouds darken as they fill and become heavy with water. Cool, dry air from the upper layers of the atmosphere, known as a downdraft, then pull this moisture downward, causing it to fall as life-sustaining rain. In addition to helping sustain life, thunderstorms also help maintain the planet's balance of energy and electricity. When energy, specifically in the form of heat, causes water to evaporate, the heat is carried upward with the water vapor. As the vapor condenses and forms water droplets, it releases the heat into the higher altitudes of the atmosphere and cools the Earth's surface. Thunderstorms also help regulate the electrical balance between the atmosphere and the planet. As clouds in a thunderstorm develop, excess positive and negative charges form within them. At a certain point, this buildup of opposite charges leads to the transfer of electrons in the form of lightning. This transference of electricity occurs so quickly that it breaks the sound barrier, a phenomenon that produces thunder. While thunderstorms are necessary for maintaining balance in the atmosphere, they can also be hazardous. Lightning strikes create fires. Excessive rainfall can cause flash flooding, and high-speed winds from tornadoes can destroy homes. Meteorologists study weather systems to try to predict the occurrence of thunderstorms and help ensure the safety of countless communities.
So those are some really interesting videos. I especially like the contrast that the Weather Channel meteorologists use to show you how the red dye would billow up and why it would do that to form the storm cloud. So very interesting. Join with me tomorrow in Zoom for a live discussion and a lot of back and forth and some cool activities. See you tomorrow at noon.